Welcome back to Builds Not Projects. This week we're tearing the Trike apart so we can paint it. So we'll be going through taking it all apart, and then anywhere where I couldn't get to finish welding it or just chose not to finish welding it at the time, all of those are going to get welded, and then everything will get painted and then reassembled. Just built this little idler. I mean, you could call it a tensioner, but it doesn't actually like move at all. It's just stationary to take up some of the slack. There should be plenty of slack still here, so when we put an actual good new chain on, should be fine. Basically, I just wanted to be able to take up enough slack in there to where the chain doesn't have to have any half links or any weird stuff in it anymore, and we can run a good chain again. So that should do that. Basically just cut a little bolt off, welded it to the frame, and then, well, I need to finish welding it. It's just tacked on there. But should take care of that. Now we can keep disassembling and get everything else welded up. Got some of these just fender washers in an effort to save a little bit of time and not have to build a whole bunch of little plates. I'm gonna just weld those on, grind the edges off, and then finish welding them up, weld the little hole shut, grind them smooth. Never even know that it was a washer. It's time to start painting finally. All of the welding and grinding and cleaning and everything is done. So gonna go ahead and use some of this self-etching primer, get started, get it all primed, and then we can throw some color at it. It is time to put some color on the Trike. It's not actually going to be this primer green. It's going to be red, tractor red to be exact. So we're going to go through, start painting. Alrighty, so the Trike's all nice and painted up here, or at least the major portion of the frame. I think the red turned out pretty good. Should look pretty sweet when it's all put back together. So, gonna go ahead and start slapping all the parts back on it. Well, it's time to finally mount all of the aluminum side panels because I gotta drill these before I put the tank in, otherwise I'll end up drilling a hole in the gas tank and that would kind of suck because I don't really want to work on that thing again. So going through, getting all these mounted, basically just drill them, rivet them on. This is the first time these things have ever been mounted in here. We kind of taped them in a couple times just to get some pictures of it, but definitely looks really good, I think. Kind of ties it all together with the aluminum gas tank on the front, side bits, and then the aluminum cover back there. I think all that brushed kind of turned out really good with the red. Super happy the way this thing's looking so far. With everything that we had to do to this thing, we're gonna have to split it up into a couple videos because we kind of ran out of time and we may have forgot to paint the wheels until today when we were hoping we would be able to finish getting it put together. So, you know, us not being the brightest sometimes, it's gonna have to wait until next week. We'll finish getting this thing put together, and then we've also got a surprise for next week as well. So make sure you hit the like and subscribe button if you already haven't, and stay tuned for next week's video.